Joshua Pascarelli, Joshua
What led you here in Fort Collins?
I got recruited by Ali, great guy, as everyone knows, and he was just telling me, everything that, you really want to hear as a person, like not even just the basketball-wise, but he recruits good people here. Everybody here is, real tight. Like even though we just got here 2 weeks ago, everyone, trying to hang out with each other. It's all jokes, it's always funny, and just the coaching staff and the culture that they built here, and the people that they're producing and the winning that's been going on. I feel like I can be a part of that and help continue that.
What stands out about Coach early on to you as a head coach? I mean, it's his first year, it's your first year with him, but what stands out about what he's been able to do so far?
I mean, he's so hands-on, like player. He's a player coach. A lot of people are like, I'm more XOs. Not to say he's not good with X and O's. It's like I'm hands-on. I will get in the gym with you and help you get better at this if I think it's going to help you with your game. And that's just one thing that really stuck out to me.
Does this team making the NCAA tournament every 4 years stand out and kind of influence your decision?
Of course, it plays a part in it. It's not the only thing, but you obviously want to get to that big stage and win games like they did last year, which that heartbreaker at the end we don't got to talk about. But it's always in the back of your mind thinking like we want to get there. So what are we going to do this year to separate ourselves so we can be right there?
You mentioned Coach was hands-on. He doesn't stop moving. I mean, he's got some energy. As a player, being out here in the summer, nobody likes summer school, but to have a coach who's as passionate and mobile as he is during practice, it certainly must inspire you guys to keep up with him.
100%. I mean, when you see him giving all that energy, all you got to do is reciprocate it. You just feel like you have to at that point, right? Because if he's got all the energy right now, what, by 19 years old, I should be able to give that same energy. So it just wants to make us go harder and keep talking to each other and communicate.
How do you guys create a bond that's going to be strong enough to allow success this fall with so many new people?
Really just talking with each other, getting to know everybody, still new, relatively new. But on the court, not even just on the court, off the court, we'll try to get food with each other whenever we can. If the game's on, we'll watch the game, maybe certain shows if we have the same interests like that. But just getting to know everybody, and I think that'll build that strong connection, and then even on the court.
What's the biggest challenge about playing within the system?
Biggest challenge, really just learning the new terminology, I'd say. Come from a different place, you do almost the same things, but the terms that they use are different, so that's just messing me up just a little bit.
A lot of new, pieces on this team, including yourself. Rashawn's one of the guys that's been around. Is that a benefit of having that little bit of continuity, just being able to pick everything up?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Guys like Rashawn, Kyle, Nicola, they're big men, and they're helping. They're playmakers out there. They're talking to you, letting you know, hey, just relax, wait for me to come get you, or hey, I see this, you can back door. It just helps having that experience.
How would you describe your game, and what about this system appealed to you?
This system, is really well because we do a lot of off-ball movement, and I'd say I find a lot of success in off-ball, coming off of pin downs, reading the screens, all that stuff. I can play in the ball screen as well, but it's mostly just figuring it out, moving, cutting without the ball, and those are where I get most of my stuff.
How do you spell Farouk Manesh?
Farouk Manesh? F-A-R-O-K Manesh. M-A-N-E-S-H.
Got an H, but you're okay.
Silent.
That was just between the eight. I was right there. That was good. That was good for a first try.
How many players do you think could spell his last name correctly in a spelling bee?
Like 5. 5. That's a guess. I don't know.
I might take the under on that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's pretty early, obviously, but it seems like all of you guys in the guard rotation are versatile and playing on top. Do you kind of like the mix of, especially with a system like this, where you're able to play in different roles on the court? Do you like having varied skill sets and guys that are able to do various things?
Right. I love that because it means we're not just stuck in one spot. Like everyone can dang near play every spot. I don't have to just stay in the corner and come up with pin down. I can relieve my point guard and come up with ball screen. He can come up with pin down maybe, and stuff like that. So it just helps all that and keeps the defense on.
Big change of scenery for you too, just the landscape. I mean, how you like it from Collins so far? Have you done any exploring throughout the state yet, or is that the plan for the rest of the summer?
That's the plan. I haven't done much exploring, honestly. I've just really, been waking up, coming to the gym, maybe go get some food. It's nice out here. Like I said before, the altitude is a little But those things get adjusted. It's nice. Sun's always out. I mean, it'll rain in spurts, but it's really nice.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
I mean to put you on